Welcome, everyone, to Election Night 2020 in America. Tonight, President Donald Trump is running against Senator Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota. And it's 7 p.m. 6 states' polls have closed. They are highlighted on the map. And Donald Trump is the projected winner in Kentucky, 8 electoral votes. Indiana goes to Donald Trump. That's 11 electoral votes out of his vice president's home state. Trump will also win in South Carolina, 9 electoral votes. And in Vermont, Heidi Heitkamp wins 3 electoral votes. Georgia is too close to call, but an 18% lead for Donald Trump. Virginia is another critical swing state, a 5% lead for Heidi Heitkamp. And now looking at the electoral map, it is 28-3. It's still very early, however. And it's 7:30 p.m. 3 states' polls have closed. They are shown there. And West Virginia, Donald Trump is now the projected winner of 5 electoral votes. In Ohio, 18 electoral votes at stake. Heidi Heitkamp has a 1% lead. And in North Carolina, Donald Trump has a 3% lead. And it is 33-3 now. Not much change on the map. Not many real results come in at 7:30. It's 8 p.m. All the states in yellow. Polls have closed. And in Mississippi, Donald Trump is the projected winner of 6 electoral votes. And in Alabama, 9 more for Donald Trump. In Tennessee, Donald Trump wins 11 more electoral votes. And in Oklahoma, Donald Trump wins 7 electoral votes. Donald Trump wins 10 from Missouri. Heidi Heitkamp is the projected winner of 20 electoral votes in Illinois. In Maryland, Heidi Heitkamp wins 10 electoral votes, as well as 3 more in Delaware, 14 more in New Jersey, and 4 more in Rhode Island. And Massachusetts, 11 electoral votes for Heitkamp. And in the District of Columbia, 3 electoral votes for Heidi Heitkamp. Connecticut is surprisingly too early to call, a big lead for Heidi Heitkamp, but we can't yet project that state. Florida is a critical swing state, a 9% lead for Trump. Pennsylvania, Donald Trump has a 5% lead in another important swing state. New Hampshire is much smaller but still important. Donald Trump and Heidi Heitkamp are tied right now, but we are being told Heidi Heitkamp has a lead of less than 100 votes. And in Maine, Donald Trump has an 8% lead. And now on the electoral map, it is 76-68. It's 8:23. We can make one projection. Connecticut has gone to Heidi Heitkamp. Not a surprise. Just interesting that race went on for a while there. It's 8:30 p.m. Arkansas's polls have closed, and Donald Trump is the projected winner there, 6 electoral votes. Not much change on the map now. Trump is at 82. Heitkamp is at 75. And it's 9 p.m. in the East. All the states in yellow on the map, their polls have closed. And let's start in Louisiana, where Donald Trump will win 8 electoral votes. Texas, where Trump wins 38 electoral votes. Kansas, where Trump wins 6 electoral votes. Nebraska, Trump wins 5 out of 5 electoral votes. Heidi Heitkamp was hoping to make the 2nd congressional district close, but she was not able to. In Wyoming, Donald Trump is the projected winner of 3 electoral votes. In South Dakota, Donald Trump is the projected winner of 3 electoral votes. And in New York, Heidi Heitkamp will win 29 electoral votes. North Dakota is too early to call. This may come as a surprise, but it is Heidi Heitkamp's home state. She actually has a 1% lead right now, interestingly. New Mexico, Heidi Heitkamp has a 2% lead. Colorado, she has a 1% lead. Arizona, Trump has a 13% lead. Michigan, Donald Trump has a 2% lead. Minnesota, Trump has a 1% lead, surprisingly. Wisconsin, Trump has a 5% lead. And it's now 145-104 on the electoral map. It's 9:33 p.m. and 3 states have been called. Donald Trump has won Ohio, 18 electoral votes, North Carolina, 15 electoral votes, and Georgia, 16 electoral votes. And that means that Donald Trump is now at 194, and Heitkamp is at 104 on the electoral map. We just called 3 huge swing states, all of them for Trump. It's 10 p.m., 4 more states' polls have closed. Donald Trump is the projected winner in Montana, 3 electoral votes. Utah, 6 electoral votes. No independent candidates are running this year, so that clears the way for Trump to win easily. And in Virginia, we are now calling the race. Heidi Heitkamp is the apparent winner. Back to the 10 p.m. poll closings. Nevada, 6 electoral votes. Trump has a 5% lead, a 4% lead in that state. That is a critical state for Heitkamp, but again, Trump is leading. Iowa, Donald Trump needs this state. Right now, he has an 18% lead, so there's really no pressure for him. And Trump is now at 203. Heitkamp is at 117, which means Donald Trump has broken the 200 barrier very early. And it's 10:27 p.m. We can call 4 states. Florida, Donald Trump is the apparent winner. Iowa, Donald Trump is the projected winner. Arizona, Donald Trump is the projected winner. And North Dakota. So Heidi Heitkamp has lost her home state. And now on the electoral map, Trump is at 252. He's approaching, 270, which is the magic number needed to win. And it's 11 p.m. We have poll closings from the West. California, Heidi Heitkamp has won 55 electoral votes, the largest single prize in the Electoral College. Washington, 12 electoral votes to Heitkamp. Hawaii, 4 electoral votes to Heitkamp. And Oregon, 7 electoral votes to Heitkamp. And Donald Trump, the projected winner of Idaho's 4 electoral votes. And now, on the electoral map, Donald Trump is at 256. He's 14 short, and Heitkamp is at 195. And it's 11:21. We're just going to go over the 2 close-to-call states. Donald Trump has a 2% lead in Pennsylvania. In Michigan, he has a 7% lead. In Wisconsin, 10 electoral votes at stake, and a whopping 11% lead for Trump. Minnesota, he still has a 1% lead. New Mexico, Heitkamp has a 3% lead. Colorado, Heitkamp has a 5% lead. And it's 11:51. We can make 3 projections. Donald Trump is the projected winner in Pennsylvania, 20 electoral votes. He will retain that state. In Wisconsin, another state he's going to retain, he's the apparent winner of 10 electoral votes. And in New Mexico, Heidi Heitkamp is the apparent winner of 5 electoral votes. And on the electoral map, Donald Trump is at 286. Heitkamp is at exactly 200. But Donald Trump has passed the 270 needed to win, meaning Donald Trump is going to be re-elected as 45th President of the United States. And it's 1 a.m. Alaska's polls have closed, and Donald Trump is the projected winner of 3 electoral votes. Donald Trump is also the apparent winner in New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes, and as you can see at the bottom of the screen, the graphic there showing that this is a flip from 2016, along with Maine, where he has won the 2nd congressional district, which is not a flip, but he has won also the state of Maine representing 2 electoral votes, which is a flip. And now on the map, Trump is at 296, and Heitkamp is still at 200. It's 2:28 a.m., and 3 projections. We have 3 projections. Nevada, a flip. Donald Trump has 1. Colorado, a flip. Donald Trump has won 9 electoral votes. He's the apparent winner in that state. And in Minnesota, Heidi Heitkamp is the apparent winner of 10 electoral votes. This is a state that Clinton won in 2016. Trump had a lead here for most of the night, but Heitkamp was able to turn things around and narrowly win by less than a point. And now it's 311 to 210 on the electoral map. 2 outstanding states. And it's 3:46 a.m. We can make 2 final calls. Michigan, Donald Trump is the apparent winner of 16 electoral votes. And Maine, Heidi Heitkamp is the projected winner of the 1st congressional district representing 1 electoral vote. And now on the electoral map, Donald Trump is at 327 electoral votes, and Heidi Heitkamp is at 211. That's the final electoral map. And this means Donald Trump has been re-elected as President of the United States, as we said before, defeating Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota. We hope you enjoyed tonight's coverage, and we will see you next time.